Welcome to another episode of Roll Up and Pull Up. So get your blunts rolled and your drink poured. Alright? Now what we here on today, Mr. Roll Up? I'm on that yak. That's gonna crack a back. How about that? Y'all let's be tweaking, bro. It's that syrup in my cup, bro. And not no lean. Y'all let's be tweaking, bro. Alright. Now, what we here on today, Mr. Roll Up? Well, this one gonna be a funny one, bro. This ain't gonna be no hood shit. This ain't gonna be no gangbang shit. You know what I'm saying? This ain't gonna be no robbery, hit 'em up shit. This ain't gonna be no prison shit. You know what I'm saying? This one right here is gonna be about Mr. Roll Up eating ass, bro. Y'all ass be tweaking. Bro, man, listen, right? Mr. Roll Up, right? I always been a player, bro, since middle school. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can tell you, bro. The women always been on my head since middle school. You know what I'm saying? Women like me for a lot of different reasons. You know, I'm kind of sidebarring for a minute, but y'all know how I do. You know what I'm saying? That women like me for my eyes, my face, my body shape. You know what I'm saying? Me being a black man, blah, 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 blah. I got all type of reasons why women always been chasing me, bro. I'm tall, all type of shit, right? So with that being said, I didn't have to do too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't have to do too much to get some pussy. Like, that's my point I'm getting at. Now, I'm not saying like I'm the prettiest nigga or the most handsomest nigga or nothing like that. But bro, I always got my own clientele. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I was never the type of nigga that had to eat pussy or eat some ass, you know, to get some attention from a girl or get some pussy or get something. You know what I'm saying? Like, they'd just come to me. Like, it always been like that, right? So with me growing up in the hood with my niggas and shit, you know, it was always, my bad, that's that pull up. It was always like, it was always bros over hoes type thing. You know what I'm saying? But then when he did come to the hoes, we wasn't eating no pussy or none of that. Like, no, bitch gonna suck some dick and get out. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was our rules. Like, that's how we played it, right? Okay, that was the young Mr. Roll Up, right? Okay, now let's get grown, cause y'all ass be tweaking, bro. So I did all my time in the hood, all of that shit. I go to prison. I get out of prison. I'm what, 25, right? When I got out, 25 going on 26, right? Never ate no pussy in my life, none of that, right? Niggas in prison like, bro, when you get out, you gonna eat some pussy. Woo, woo, woo. I'm like, nigga, I ain't never doing that. Bros over hoes, we don't roll like that, blah, blah, blah. I ain't never doing that, right? Well, I was in for a rude awakening because when I got out, I ran into a woman that motherfucking turned me out and made me eat that pussy. You know what I'm saying? Like on some real nigga shit. And I'm fresh out, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm just happy to be out, shit like that. So, it was a mutual thing, right? I've been told this the whole time I was in prison that I'm going to eat some pussy. I'm a little older now, blah, 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 right? Well, this was true. You know what I'm saying? I done matured a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to try something new. And I ran into a girl that was not playing, right? So, this is my first time eating some pussy. 25, 26 years old, right? It wasn't that bad. Actually, it wasn't bad at all. I'm like, damn, you know, this what's up, woo woo, right? So now I'm in the mix of eating pussy. I don't eat out every bitch or nothing like that. Y'all ass tweaking, bro. How about that? Only so many women can say that I ate they pussy, bro. And for those so many women, was women that was like real close to me that I like really fucked with. You know what I'm saying? So even them type of women not even gonna tell you that. because they was that close to me. You know what I'm saying? And they know why I did what I did, because I fucked with them like that. So all in all, Mr. Roll Up not the type of nigga just going around eating pussy. No, not at all. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, my first love, I never ate her pussy. And she was my first love. I moved her in with me and everything. I never ate her pussy. You know what I'm saying? So, and mind you, me and her, we fucking 2-3 times a day. No cap. I never stuck my tongue in her. You know what I'm saying? So, Mr. Roll Up, I'm not one of them types that just be doing it. No. Okay. Now we got that out the way, right? Let's cross over to the ass eating, right? What we here on today. Okay. So let's jump in that time capsule, right? Let's go back to 2020. How Mr. Roll Up first started eating ass, bro. Y'all ass tweaking, bro. So I started eating pussy 2015. And I ain't ate my first batch of ass until 2021. But this started in 2020. So let's jump in that time capsule. Let's go back a little bit. Y'all ass be tweaking, bro. Alright. So now it's 2020, right? I told y'all about the BBL girl, right? This is when I bumped into her. Me and her, we were strictly supposed to be gym partners, right? At the time, I was looking for a female partner to work out in the gym with me, right? I didn't work out with the homies and all of that. I've been in prison working out with the guys, all that. I want to work out with a woman now. Y'all ass tweaking, bro. So I'm looking for a female to work out with at this point, 2020, right? Just so happened, this girl came down my timeline, my Facebook timeline. Like, as soon as I opened up the Facebook app, she was the first status that popped up in my news feed, right? I never seen this girl a day in my life. I didn't even know who she was or nothing. She was one of my Facebook friends. I got a lot of Facebook friends, bro. Y'all ass be tweaking. So anyway, on her status, it said she looking for a male gym partner that's gonna motivate her, be on her ass, blah blah blah, because all her girlfriends be on bullshit, blah 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 blah. I'm like, damn, Facebook was reading my motherfucking mind, because, you know, what was the chances of that? So I go ahead, I comment on her status, right? I did like the raise a hand emoji, right? She hopped in my inbox. She like, is you serious about that? Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, yeah, what's up? You know? I told the whole story on the BBL girl. So if y'all want to brush up on that, go watch the video. Y'all ass tweaking, bro. So anyway, we was supposed to be working out together. It never happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, she ended up inviting me over to her house. We were supposed to meet at the gym, but she ended up telling me to come to her crib, right? So I knew wasn't shit up. From that moment when I came to her crib, me and her been fucking around since. So that was around like August, September of 2020. From then all the way to the end of the year, me and her fucking with each other heavy. I'm going to the gym, but she not. So basically, she was like just on some bullshit, making up a bullshit ass status. It just so happened to connect us, right? Okay. Well, with all that being said, right? Me and her, we vibing hard. You know what I'm saying? She stayed in a city called Utica. So for those of y'all that know, Utica is like an hour away from Detroit, bro. Y'all ass tweaking. You know what I'm saying? It's around cities like Shelby Township, Clinton Township, Sterling Heights, you know, all it's Macomb County, you know, them cities around in Rochester Hills, you know, it's Utica around that area, right? Well, I'm always going out to her crib because she didn't like coming to the city, you know. She was like a suburban girl, always stayed far out, hung out in them areas out there type shit, right? So me, being the driver that I am, I ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying? I be everywhere. You know, I drive. I'm a car guy. You know, so I ain't tripping on that. I love going to new places, seeing new shit, things like that, right? So I didn't have a problem with going out to her crib. I mean, it was a long ass ride, but I ain't give a fuck. I roll up two blunts and take my ass out there. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I'm doing with her. Me and her, we real close, like this. Real close. You know what I'm saying? I'm at her crib every day. She come to my crib time to time. She just wasn't with all that coming to Detroit shit. You know what I'm saying? At the time I had a crib in Detroit, right? She was not with coming over there. So most of the time I'm going to her spot, right? Well, anyway, with all that being said, she got money. She work from home, all of that shit, right? She doing good, you know. She taking me out, she buying me shit. Sometime I come to her crib, it'd be a damn box of clothes, you know what I'm saying? Like sealed up and all of that shit, sitting at the door. And I'd be like, what the fuck is this? She'd be like, open it. I open the box, it'd be fucking outfits and all type of shit. Like, we was vibing like that, you know what I'm saying? She was the first girl I ever had that had some money. For a long time, I thought that women having money wasn't a thing. You know what I'm saying? Because all of the women that I ran into, they never had no money. All of them was always broke. So I just always felt like, you know, hey, that's just a thing. Women don't have no money until they get with a man that bring them up. That was just what I was thinking as a youngin' going into my adult years, right? Well, again, I ran to BBL girl and she had money. So it was a new thing for me. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm fucking with her. Like me and her, we rocking. We like this. So we rocked from that August all the way to December, the end of the year, right? We doing our thing. We going out, date night every week, gifting each other shit, fucking good, all of that. We doing it all, right? And we ain't in no relationship, none of that. We just rocking real hard like that, right? She cooking for me, all type of shit. Like, it was up there. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, with all that being said, of course, she letting it be known. She want to be in a relationship. She want to be with one man, blah, 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 all of that type of shit, right? She saying all of this over time, right? So, the end of the year come. The end of 2020, right? I'm like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. For the beginning of the new year, January 1st, 2021, I'm going to go ahead and declare this relationship with the BBL girl. You know, everything going good. We vibing. Like, it was there, you know. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to give her a relationship, right? Well, she surprised me the night before, which was New Year's Eve. So we didn't spend all the holidays together, Thanksgiving, Christmas, all that shit, right? Now here it is, New Year's. I was not expecting this, nothing. I came over New Year's Eve. We jumped in her car. She took me to the room. Old fancy ass room out there, you know, where she live at and shit. Fancy as hell. Nice than a motherfucker, right? We get there, you know, balloons, all of this shit, you know, Happy New Year, all of that, right? I'm like, damn, this some sweet shit, you know, like that's what's up, you know. Show me something different. How about that? So this is how we gonna bring in the new year. At this fancy ass room, you know, bottles, blunts, weed, like she didn't smoke, but she knew I was a smoker. So she had all of my shit for me. She had her drinks, had a drink for me. Like, we had food, all that. You know what I'm saying? The fancy ass hotel, you know, big ass bed. Like, that shit was sweet as hell. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, this is some shit. So anyway, with that being said, I already had it made up in my mind for like a month at this point. I'm like, okay, if we make it through the holidays and everything, then I'm gonna give her that relationship that she want. You know what I'm saying? Starting January 1st, 2021, right? So again, fast forward the tape, here it is. We at the room, New Year's Eve, right? Going into New Year's Day. So we watched the ball drop, all that. We pop bottles, we fucking confetti, throwing confetti everywhere, blah, 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 blah. Happy New Year, right? Okay. So now it's January 1st, 2021, 12 a.m., right? I'm like, look, I need to talk to you about something. Mind you, we fried all of that shit, right? She like, what's up? I'm like, everything been going good. We've been having a good time, blah, blah, blah. I can see her face frowning up like, damn, this nigga about to hold me. You know what I'm saying? It's a new year. He done found the new bitch, blah, blah, blah. This is the expression that she had on her face. Like, man, this nigga about to hold me and say it's over with. You know what I'm saying? Nah. I gave her what she wanted, which was that relationship. Now, look, before I go there, let me derail real quick, because y'all ass be tweaking, bro. Now, to the women out there, let me give y'all some game, bro. I know a lot of y'all run into dudes that y'all like and shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all like, you like the guy, and, y'all having sex. He probably took you out a couple times, probably even bought you something. And now you thinking this is your man. Let me tell you something. Unless a man declares y'all relationship, y'all are not in a relationship. No matter how you feel, what you think, or what he's doing. If he don't declare it, have a full connection conversation with you and say, hey, you my woman now, I'm your man, we in a relationship. If he don't do that, y'all are not in a relationship, bro. Men control the narrative when it comes to a relationship, not you. So don't think just because y'all doing what you want y'all to do that's your man. If he don't say that to your face and declare it with you, that ain't your man. Just telling you now. All right, now let's get back to it, right? So I declared it. I said, everything going good. I'm loving how everything working out, blah, 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 blah. I'm your man now. You my woman. That's that, right? When I did that, Kool-Aid smiled ear to ear. She got what she wanted. You know what I'm saying? So she jumping all over the place, hugging me, kissing me, all of this shit, right? Okay, fine. So the next step is, she done told me this numerous times too, that I'm gonna eat her ass one day, right? Now, mind you, I never ate ass at this point, right? I still was semi-new to eating pussy, let alone eating some ass, So she like, you gonna eat my ass one day. I don't care what you talking about, it's gonna happen. Like, she was making it seem like she was gonna force me to do it. I'm like, I ain't never eaten ass. It ain't happening. This is the type of conversation we was having from that August up until that December, right? Like, I ain't never doing that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't about to doodle on my tongue. Like, no, we ain't never doing that. I ain't never doing that, Well, again, here it is, January 1st, 2021. So I declared the relationship. Now it's time to get down to the nasty. We about to do the nasty things, right? Hold on, y'all ass tweaking, bro. It's hot as hell. It's fucking 90 degrees out here. How about that? Nah. It's time to get down to do the nasty. We done had a great night. We done got fried. We declared the relationship. Blah, 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 blah. Now it's time to do the nasty and call it a night, bro. Y'all ass be tweaking. So, with that being said, she getting undressed. I'm getting undressed. We getting right to it, right? So we in the middle of doing our thing. Here it is. Now it's time to hit her from the back. I turn her over. She bent over and all that shit, right? She thinking I'm about to hit it from the back, right? I'm standing there debating. Like, damn. I got to give her this tongue, She my woman now. This is what she been asking for. We done did everything pretty much but that, right? And y'all don't stop talking about my facial hair, bro. It do what it want when it's time for a lineup. when they get to running down on my lip and all that shit, is telling me, hey nigga, go get a lineup. But I go get a lineup when I want to. Y'all ass be tweaking, bro. Nah. So I'm like, all right, it's time to eat that ass. All right. So I'm debating. She bent over, ass spread it, all of that, right? I'm like, damn, should I do it or shouldn't I? You know? I'm like, I didn't declare the relationship. This is my woman now, so it's like, it ain't no limit at this point. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I need to be doing this because I done made her my woman now, right? And I know this is something that she wants. I just chucked it up and I said, fuck it. I went in, I got to eating ass, bro. Y'all ass tweaking. Now listen to the bros. If y'all ain't never ate no ass before, let me put it like this, man. When you finally do, you gonna experience a different side of that woman, bro. Like real talk. You gonna hear different moans and things like that you never heard. You could be piping her down every day. But when you stick that tongue in her ass, it's gonna be completely different. I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ass tweaking, bro. You just gotta know what you know. And to the veterans that do be eating that donut hole, y'all know. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole different vibe for a woman, bro. So I chucked it up. I said, fuck it. I went in there. Boom. Now my tongue is in the donut hole, bro. Y'all ass tweaking, bro. Anyway, I'm eating the ass. I'm like, damn, this shit ain't that bad. Kind of reminded me something similar to eating pussy. Like, I mean, it ain't the same thing as eating pussy, but it's like, it's pretty similar. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe because she was clean, I didn't have no problems, but it didn't taste like nothing or, you know, none of that. One of my fears, I'm going to say one of my fears of it was I felt like she'd probably doodle on me or fart on me, you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to lose it if that shit happen, right? I don't even like the smell of shit, let alone it be on my tongue. Like, man, you know, but it wasn't it at all. And it didn't taste like nothing, you know? I don't know. I don't know if this is a good example, but I'm going to try and use an example for the ones that never did it. To me, it tastes like I'm pushing on a button with my tongue. That's what it tastes like. You know, like when you sticking your tongue in it, it just tastes like, to me, it just tastes like I'm just pushing on a button with my tongue. Like, it don't taste like nothing, you know. But anyway, so I done ate the ass, bro. I cleaned that donut hole. Y'all ass tweaking, bro. I made sure she touched every motherfucking wall in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ate them buns, bro. Y'all ass tweaking. How about that? My first time ever doing that shit, and I went crazy. You know, when my tongue went in there and I realized it wasn't as bad as I thought it was, I went crazy. Y'all ass tweaking. You know what I'm saying? So I was a pro booty eater my first fucking time. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ass tweaking, bro. So after I ate the ass, I smashed her. We lay down, right? So she rubbing on me and she like, I told you was gonna eat my ass. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah, stop playing with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit was crazy, but it happened, right? So after that, I was like, shit, that shit ain't that bad, you know? So I ate her ass a couple more times after that, you know. We ended up breaking up a couple months later. That March, April, we was broken up. Like, our relationship only lasted like 2 months. We was friends longer than we was in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, moving on, right? So now Mr. Roll-Up is a pro booty eater, bro. Y'all ass tweaking, bro. Mr. Roll-Up, stick that tongue in that donut hole, bro. Y'all ass be tweaking. You know what I'm saying? Nah. over the years from 2021 up until 2025. Only ate booty from 3 different women, bro. So what's that? Over a 4-year span, only ate 3 different women. So that's kind of like I'm averaging an asshole once a year, pretty much, right? Like I'm not big on that. I don't. You know what I'm saying? But again, I'm getting older. The more you mature, the more you start doing, right? So now I'm eating pussy and ass. When I was a nigga on the block, like I ain't never doing none of that shit. Y'all got me fucked up. The hoes love me. I do whatever I want. I'm not eating no pussy or no ass. Now look at Mr. Roller, a pro pussy eater and a pro donut hole eater. Y'all ass be tweaking, bro. How about that? All right. So, Mr. Roll Up is a pro now, bro. How about that? So here it is, last year, 2025, right? I was at Family Dollar. I'm in there getting my hygiene and shit like that. That's what I go to Family Dollar for, bro. Y'all let's be tweaking. I get my toothbrushes, my deodorant, my soap, you know, all the little hygiene shit, hair grease, blah, 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 lotion, blah, blah, blah. I get that from Family Dollar, bro. Y'all let's be tweaking, bro. Also, I'm going to do a video one of these days about the type of deodorant the bros should be using. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you one of the bros that be musty and shit like that, I got something for you, bro. Y'all ass tweaking. So I'm going to do a video about that. Anyway, I'm in there getting my hygiene and shit, right? Okay. While I'm in there shopping, I see this woman in there. Mind you, this last year, right? I see this woman in there. The woman, she wasn't my type at all. She was around my age, probably like 3 or 4 years younger than me, something like that, right? Wasn't my type at all. But she had these big ass titties, bro. Y'all ass be tweaking. For those of y'all that know Mr. Roll Up, y'all know I'm a titty man, bro. You know what I'm saying? Let me derail again, because y'all be tweaking, bro. How did you become a titty man, Mr. Roll Up? Well, when I was a little bitty ass young nigga, bro, like 5, 6 years old, we had an auntie in the family. She wasn't my blood auntie. She was not related to my mama or my daddy. She was a family auntie. Like, she just been around the family forever. And, like, you know, we call her family type shit, right? She had titties way out here, bro. And she wasn't no fat woman or none of that. She was nice in shape. She just had some big ass titties, bro. And every time she would see me, she would always give me this big ass hug. And of course, my face is in between her titties, bro. Like, it was times she would like open up her cleavage so like my head can go in between her titties while she hugged me, bro. Because her titties was so big, like if she had just hugged me, my face would just be just sitting on the face of her titties. So sometimes she'd like reach in there and like spread the motherfuckers open so like my head can go in between her titties while she hugged me, bro. Y'all ass tweaking. So I became a titty nigga at a young age, bro. How about that? You know what I'm saying? So, Mr. Roll Up, I can see an ugly ass woman, like not my type, nothing, none of that, right? And she got them titties. I promise you, I'm gonna run up on her. I always been like that. I'm about to say I don't know why, but I do know why. Cause like I said, auntie kept them titties in my face, bro. Man. I still can feel them titties in between both sides of my face, this side and that side, bro. I can still feel them titties smothering my face, bro. Y'all ass be tweaking. So I love a woman with some big titties. That's me. The woman can have no ass, and she can have titties out here. I'ma be on her. You know, that's me. Y'all probably ass men that like bitches with them big old stallion booties and all that and the little titties. Not me. I'm the complete opposite. I like the titties big, Of course, I like a nice ass, but it don't got to be all of that cash doll booty or none of that. It can just be a nice ass. For me, I'm straight. I like titties. You know what I'm saying? The bitch could be ugly as hell, and the whole time I be talking to her titties, bro. Not paying her face no attention. I'm on them titties. It might look like I'm looking at her, but I'm looking at her titties the whole time, bro. I might look up, here and there, give her a little eye contact, Like I said, bitches love my eyes, so I might look up and give them a little eye contact, and I'm right back down on them titties, bro. Straight up, like that always been me. So anyway, I see girl in there. She got the titties, bro. Caught my attention, right? So while I'm walking past her, she all on me, like zoomed in on me. So I know she digging me, right? So I walk past her. I go through a couple of aisles. I grab all my hygiene shit. Y'all know Family Dollar tiny as hell, right? So of course I bump into her in one of them aisles, right? I'm like, you just following me around this motherfucker. I just cracked the ice because every time she look at me, like she be looking at me like she waiting on me to say something to her, right? So I went in and cracked the ice. I'm like, you just following me around this motherfucker, right? So she get to laughing and shit. She like, no, you following me, blah, 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 blah. So that's how the conversation started, right? With all that being said, we swap numbers and shit. Boom, I get up out of there. I get out of there maybe like an hour later. She texts me like, oh my God, you my type. I'm digging you, blah, blah, blah. You know that. Why it take you so long to say something to me, blah, blah, blah. I mean, she just going, right? So I'm like, I got this bitch, I just want the titties. Like, look, man, y'all ass tweaking. Y'all know I be real transparent with y'all, bro. I like the titty fuck, all that. I don't care. I'll bust on the motherfuckers. I don't give a fuck. I like big titties, bro. It is what it is. Y'all ass be tweaking, bro. So anyway, she basically serenaded me, right? Like, she really want me to fuck with her. Like, real G shit. I ain't lying at all. She really want me to fuck with her. Like, she just saying all the right shit for a nigga to keep her around, right? So we start having phone conversations, things like that. She like, I really like you. She like, we need to meet up and, go do something, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what's up? What you trying to do? She like, you know what? To be honest, I want to see how you living. I'm like, damn, ain't that a bitch? She like, yeah, every time I meet a nigga, he always homeless and all of this shit. Whoop-de-whoop. She like, I want to see how you living. Okay. Come on out here. I ain't tripping. So I dropped my low. You know what I'm saying? West Bloomfield. Y'all ass tweaking, bro. 2 house shorty. Next door to each other. 2 houses next door. Y'all, these houses, my 2 houses next door to each other, bro. Y'all ass tweaking. How about that? So I dropped the low. Come on. Cause you ain't about to come out here on no rah-rah shit, busting no windows, none of that. You ain't about to do none of that out here. West Bloomfield, try it if you want to. Those of y'all that know, y'all know what y'all know, bro. West Bloomfield is literally the richest fucking city in Oakland County, bro. Oakland County is one of the richest counties of America, bro. Oakland County is like at least one of the top 5 richest counties of America. Y'all ass tweaking, bro. Do your research. How about that? So I wasn't worried about her coming out there doing nothing stupid or none of that. Like, come on, man. This is where all the rich people live at. You do something out here, the police whooping right up. Y'all ass tweaking, bro. This ain't Detroit. You know what I'm saying? You ain't about to be waiting a half hour to an hour on the police. They'll be there within 2 minutes. Sometimes before that. Y'all ass tweaking, bro. Nah. She lived in Detroit. So Detroit to West Bloomfield, about 30 minutes away. You know what I'm saying? She come out there. We get fried. We smoking, drinking, all that shit, right? We in the crib. I got the big screen on, playing some of my videos, roll up a poet videos, you know. I'm showing her my YouTube and shit like that. She's super interested in all of this shit, you know. I'm like, shit, it's just another hustle I picked up. You know, the older you get, the more you got to start doing. You know what I'm saying? Generational wealth. Y'all ass be tweaking. How about that? You know, I fuck with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I don't get paid for this shit, but one day it's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look. Let me sidebar one more time, right? Honestly, YouTube trying to monetize me. You know what I'm saying? Like real shit. It's just that, again, y'all know I'm a dinosaur with this shit, man. Like, I really don't know too much of this technology shit. So I ain't learned how to, edit and, all of that kind of shit. I got a daughter that do that, and I still ain't learned it yet. You know, I'm going to sit down with her one day and have her teach me how to do all this shit. But I'm not one of them kind of niggas, you know. So long story short, YouTube want me to learn how to edit and cut out a lot of shit and things like that. I don't give a fuck right about now. You know what I'm saying? I'm my own hustler. I do my own thing. So, it's just like, how can I put it? It's like, this is fun for me. You know, I like that y'all fuck with me, and y'all know I keep it real. I'm a genuine nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I got a whole lot more content coming up that could be for the monetized stage. This right here is just for y'all to get to know me. You know what I'm saying? So when I am ready to monetize, the whole content gonna be different. That's kind of a part of the reason why I've been pushing back on the whole hood interviews. I've been telling y'all I'm about to bring y'all the hood interviews, but I'm still getting out everything about me so y'all know who I am before I start switching lanes. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. So I ain't worried about getting monetized right now. Like, I ain't tripping on that. I get my own money. I'm my own hustler. Y'all ass tweaking, bro. So I ain't tripping on the YouTube check. Like, that shit gonna come when it come. How about that? Y'all ass tweaking, bro. I'm building this channel brick by brick, bro. A lot of guys not into that. You know, they want to come up real fast and, hop on here and get the line and clickbaiting and, talking about celebrities all day, every day, trying to get people attention and all of that. I give y'all all type of content. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just me, you know. But anyway, that was just a little sidebar. So back to it. Like I said, I'm showing her the videos and shit like that, all of that. Like, hey, I'm switching lanes, doing more with my life. And, this is one of my lanes that I'm into, So she all into everything that I'm telling her about me and all of that. Like, she gone, right? She already digging me. Plus, she like where I live at. She like how I present myself. She like my YouTube, all of that. So she open, right? Okay, cool. Girl open, right? Mind you, I'm just here for the titties, honestly. You know what I'm saying? On some real nigga shit. I'm just here for the titties. She ain't my type, none of that. She just had the perfect titties that I like, right? So this the only reason why this bitch in my crib in the first place, bro, is the titties. Y'all ass be tweaking, bro. How about that? Nah. With that being said, right? So after I serenade her, I wasn't trying to. It was what it was. After I serenaded her with, what I had going on and things like that, she was open. You gotta remember, she a Detroit bitch. So her just getting invited out to West Bloomfield and seeing how I'm living, that shit opened her way up. Like, damn, I stay across the street from a lake and all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So she was gone off of all that, right? Well, with all that being said, now it's time for touchy feely, right? So we rubbing and touching on each other, all of that shit, right? Damn, that was ghetto as hell. But we rubbing and touching on each other, right? We doing all of that. Okay. Those of y'all that know Mr. Roll Up, y'all know how I be coming, bro. I drop draws, bro. Y'all ass be tweaking, bro. I told the bros, when you with a girl, drop your drawers. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying right off the rip, but after y'all, do y'all little playing around and all of that, drop drawers, bro. It's gonna be one or two things. Either she gonna be with it or she not. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? Drop drawers. This is a part of your confidence, I've been dropping drawers since I was 14, 15 years old. No cap. I always drop drawers. Y'all ass be tweaking, bro. I tell y'all to drop drawers because that's like the main course of what a woman be waiting on, bro. Women love when a man take charge. You know what I'm saying? They love when a man lead. Leading ain't always about, paying bills and shit like that. Leading can be you dropping drawers on that bitch right off the rip. How about that? You know what I'm saying? It's just the confidence in you of being a man. You being confident in who you is. Regardless if she like what you got or not. It's about the confidence level that you have within yourself. You know what I'm saying? Y'all let's be tweaking. So I dropped drawers on her. Right? She hold me. She hold me, bro. But this is why she hold me. She said she was on the pad. Meaning she was on her cycle, right? Okay, cool. I ain't tripping on it. We just met, maybe like 2 days ago. I ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like, you here, we doing all of this. I'm dropping drawers. But if you ain't on it, fine. Like, I just shot my shot. You know what I'm saying? Nah. My pastor rag, bro. Y'all ass be tweaking. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm like, hey, I ain't tripping. It's all good. Whoop. Pull my drawers up, all that. I kept it playing. This is what keeping it P is, bro. Y'all ass be tweaking. So if a girl shoot you down, move on. You know what I'm saying? It's another day. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Some guys, they be extra aggressive and, want to, what can you say? Like, be forceful and make a woman do something and all of that. That ain't me. I ain't never been that type of nigga, bro. Ever in my life. If a woman told me no, I pull my drawers up and I keep it moving. Nah. Let me give y'all an example on that. Mr. Roll Up did hit a lot of bitches, bro. So I'm going to just say out of 100 women, maybe 3 of them fried me and said ain't shit up after I dropped drawers on them. The other 97 of them was with it. They dropping drawers or they sucking dick, whatever. But only 3 of them fried me and said, nah, ain't shit up. You know what I'm saying? So, on a huge scale, bro, women love when you drop drawers. Just drop drawers on them. Don't, drop your drawers. That 9 times out of 10, that's what they waiting on. Drop your drawers. How about that? So again, I dropped drawers. She fried me. All right, cool. She on her cycle. Fine. It's the first meetup. I ain't tripping. It is what it is. I'm the type, I can control my dick. I don't know. Some dudes, they can't control their shit. I can control mine, So it was like, yeah, all right, cool. We good, right? Okay. After that, we wrapped it up, talked some more, laugh, joke, blah, blah, blah. She went home. Fine. She hit me up the next day. She like, you such a gentleman. I like the time we had, blah, blah, blah. You wasn't extra aggressive, blah, 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 right? So she like, I want to come over again. I want to try this again with you. I'm like, okay, cool. Like I said, she know how to serenade a nigga, right? So she like, she talking about, how much of a gentleman I was and all this. So she like, you got me real submissive and open to you. I want to just give you me and you can just do whatever you want with me, blah, 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 blah. This is all she talking, right? So basically, this telling me that she want to give me the pussy now. I don't know if she was on the pad the first time or not. That was just what she told me. I left it at that. I didn't say, hey, show it to me. What's in your purse? Let me see some pads in your purse. I ain't do none of that. Okay, cool. That's you. Fine. Right? So anyway, at this point, now she acting like she ready to give it to me. Right? So she want to come over again. This might have been like a day or two after that. After she did all that talking, about another day or two, she pull up again, right? So this is the second time she pulled up. We getting fried again. Big ass fifth. We drinking, smoking, all of that. Same thing again, right? Now this time, she like, can I spend a night with you? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm far as hell from here and I don't want to catch a DUI and blah, 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 blah. Can I spend a night? If a woman want to spend a night with you, she telling you she gonna give you that pussy. Like, women not just trying to spend a night with a man for no reason. If they is, I don't know, that's some other level type shit, but all the women that wanted to spend a night with me, they wanted to give me some. Whether if it was just some head, some pussy, both, whatever. They coming off something. Like, y'all ass tweaking, bro. Pass the rag. How about that? Nah. She say she want to spend the night. So in my mind, I'm like, yeah, she want to fuck. Bet. So she came over. We doing all the same things again. Okay. Now it's that time. She like, can I get in your bed? Hell yeah, you can. I know what's going on. I'm about to titty fuck this bitch. I'm about to smash her. Call it a night, right? Okay. So she go get in my bed. I get to shutting everything down. Blah, blah, blah. Boom. I go in the room with her, right? I go in there. She half naked, meaning she got her shirt off, titties out, all of that. Cool, right? So we do all that. Now it's time to fuck, right? So I flip her over because she was on her back, when we was doing what we was doing. I flip her over. I pull her back. Now she bent over in front of me, right? With that being said, I pulled down her pants. She got the pad on. So she's still on her cycle, right? What the fuck? Now look, let me tell y'all something about Mr. Roll Up. I know some of y'all do this, but I don't. Some of y'all be, doing y'all thing with the girl while they on a cycle. I don't do that. I only did that with one woman. No, I'm lying. I did that with two women. My first love and my baby mama. I did that with them because them was my women. Like, we was dead. So I did that with them, but I didn't like doing it. So I didn't do that often, I let them finish their cycle or whatever before we get into that. But I didn't really like doing that on the cycle. I don't like the smell of it. I don't like the blood. Like, I don't like that shit. Some of y'all with that, I'm not. How about that? Y'all ass tweaking. So I could wait till you get off your cycle, or you about to, put them titties up. I'm about to titty fuck you, or you about to give me some head, something like, I'm not with all that cycle shit. I don't like that, Anyway, so I seen the pad on. I'm like, nah, I ain't shit up. Straight up. Ain't shit up. I'm not with that, right? So I'm like, you know what? This is what I'm going to do to seal the deal. I'm going to eat that ass. You know what I'm saying? Nah, what you mean by seal the deal, Mr. Roll Up? I'm a grown ass man, bro, and I keep it transparent with y'all. I know some of y'all don't want to admit it, bro, but I'm going to keep it real. If I can't get no head or I can't titty fuck, I'll fuck a bitch in her ass, bro. Y'all ass be tweaking. How about that? Only the real can relate, bro. Some of y'all might be like, oh, that's some gay shit. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Bro, it's with a woman. Anything you do with a woman is not gay. Y'all is tweaking, bro. Unless you letting her stick a damn dildo in you. There's some other shit. Other than that, you can do whatever you want with a woman, bro. You know what I'm saying? So yes, I will hit that donut hole time from time. Y'all is tweaking, bro. That ain't my main thing, but if the option is very slim, I'm gonna hit that donut hole, bro. Y'all tweaking. You know what I'm saying? Nah. So when I seen the pad, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna hit that donut hole, right? So I call myself, positioning and all of that. She looked back at me like, what you doing? Woo woo. I'm like, shit, we gonna do that one thing. She like, before you do all that, at least you could do is lick it. You know what I'm saying? At least open it up. You know what I'm saying? Lubricate it or something. I'm like, damn. So I gotta eat this bitch ass to get that ass. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, man. I'm already in the heat of the moment. I'm on rock, solid, all that shit. I'm drunk as hell, high as hell, all that. I'm not making no excuses. I'm just telling you this is what was going on. Y'all ass tweaking, bro. So I said, fuck it, bro. I went in. I threw my face right in them cakes, bro. Y'all ass be tweaking, bro. I threw my face in them cakes and I ate that ass, bro. Mind you, I ain't been knowing this girl a whole week. And I'm in here eating her booty, bro. Y'all ass tweaking, bro. But it was up there. You know what I'm saying? It was up there. I know a lot of y'all don't want to admit to shit like this, but 95% of the bros, we been there. You know what I'm saying? So I call myself doing that to lubricate her and open her up and make her more comfortable and blah, blah, blah. And it was the same thing. It was like my tongue pushing on the button. It wasn't no nasty shit, no smelly, no nut. It wasn't none of that. Like every woman that I ever ate her donut hole, it was always the same thing. Like literally, it just felt like pushing on the button. You know what I'm saying? It didn't smell. I never got farted on, never got shitted on, none of that. Like, I don't know, all my ass eating situations always been a good thing, right? So when it came to her, it was another one of them situations. It was a good thing. So I cleaned her ass out too. Y'all ass weekend, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I was already there. So I did what it did. How about that, right? So with that being said, when I did all that, all right, now I'm ready to go in. So here I am, Magnum, ripping the wrapper open. Y'all remember what was that movie with Nick Cannon? Nick Cannon and Christina Milian. What was the name of that? Damn, man, I can't remember the name of that movie, bro. But y'all know, y'all know I be freestyling everything, and I don't play like that. I just shit come to my mind, bro. But I can't think of what the fuck was the name of that movie? Nick Cannon and Christina Milian, bro. I can't think of the name of that movie, bro. Damn. That's crazy. I can't think of the name of that movie. Hold on. Give me a second. I can't think of the name of that movie, bro. And I don't even remember why I'm relating that movie to this situation, bro. I've been drinking. I'm fried. Y'all ass tweaking, bro. So let's keep moving, right? I might remember it in a minute. I don't know. But anyway, girl, hold me. Oh, okay, now I remember. Now I remember about the movie. So like I said, I'm ripping the condom open with my teeth. Type shit, right? I'm ripping the condom wrapper open, bro. Because I know some of y'all be thinking some funny shit. I'm ripping the wrapper open with my teeth, bro. On some, that movie. In that movie, Steve Harvey was Nick Cannon daddy, right? and he was teaching Nick Cannon on, what to do when you get some pussy, pretty much. And he, gave him a whole bunch of condoms and all that. He showed him how to open the condom up. And he opened the condom with his mouth, like, rip that bitch, like, type shit. You know what I'm saying? I did one of those with girl, right? When she heard that rapper open, she instantly fell straight to her stomach and turned over. What is you doing? Like, what the fuck? You see what I'm doing. What is you talking about? She like, nah, I ain't with all that. You ain't about to stick that in my ass and blah, 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 blah. What? The fuck is you talking about? Again, y'all know the name of them. I know I know because I didn't watch this movie a million times. I just can't think of it right now. Like, some blow shit. It'll come to me. But anyway, right? I'm like, what the fuck you mean? Like, we did all this. I done ate your ass and everything. Like, what you thought? Like, I need to get off. What type of time you on? She wasn't having it. So basically, whole time she finessed me into eating her donut hole, bro. Y'all ass tweaking, bro. How about that? How about that? So you know what Mr. Roll Up did? I held my L. Ain't this the main thing that I tell y'all all the time? You just gotta hold your L, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's life, man. We gonna win some, we gonna lose some. But we live. We live to fight another day. You know what I'm saying? How about that? Y'all ass tweaking, bro. So, I had to hold my L. I kept it playing, and I held my L at the same time. So when she said wasn't shit up with that, mind you, I'm on rock solid. And I got this damn condom ripped open, like, in my bed and all of that. Like, I'm sick, you know what I'm saying? But I had to keep it playing, right? I said, okay. Pulled up my pants. At this point, I damn near went shrimp. To the bros, y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. Go from this to motherfucking shrimp. Y'all ass tweaking, bro. You know what the fuck I'm talking about. So, yeah, it went from that to that. Just that quick, right? I was sick. But at the same time, I'm playing, bro. I wasn't even thinking nothing of this woman. She just had a set of titties that I like. You know what I'm saying? And she was on me. So, it ended up being what it was, you know? Y'all ass tweaking, bro. Nah. Now that we got all that out the way, hold on. Let me finish it up. So after that situation happened, right? I ain't even gonna lie. I told her to get the fuck out. You ain't spending the night with me. No, it ain't happening. I don't care. I just ate your ass and you not trying to give me nothing. Like, she wasn't even trying to let a nigga titty fuck, for real, to be honest. Like, she was with all the touchy-feely shit, just, I don't know, the sexual things, like, she just wasn't with that. Like, I guess she was trying to prove to me that she ain't no hood rat and trying to make me look at her differently or whatever, but no. So really, she wasn't on the sexual shit. But when it came to me sticking my tongue in that donut hole, she ain't no problem with that, right? So it's like, all right, bitch, you ain't about to be finessing me. The fuck out of here. So I put her out. She gone. That's it. Nah. Here go the lesson, bro. Y'all ass be tweaking. You know what I'm saying? So what's the lesson, Mr. Roll Up? The lesson is this, right? Hold on. Let me finish this sip before I go there. Because y'all ass be tweaking, bro. It's only a little bit left. Let me finish that. Y'all ass tweaking. Alright. Nah. The lesson is this, bro. No matter what the situation is, always keep it player, bro. I told y'all this before, you know? Meaning, if you got to eat a little ass to get to where you going with the situation you got going on, I mean, do what you got to do. You know, I'm not here to oppose to that. Why is that, Mr. Roller? Because what I just been telling y'all for the past hour, bro. I didn't ate ass a couple of times and I never had a problem with it. I'm not saying that you not gonna have a problem with it. I'm just saying, if it come to that, do what you gotta do. We grown as men, we grown as adults, we grown people, you know what I'm saying? Do grown things, you know what I'm saying? So if it come to that and she don't give you none, hold your L, man. Move on. There's plenty of fish in the sea, bro. It's just look at it as it was a little more experience that you got. So when you do bump into the next woman, you got that experience. You know what I'm saying? You know how to make her feel good. You know how to do it. You know how she might like it because you experienced in that field. You know what I'm saying? Like, move on, bro. Straight up. Don't crash out and do no stupid shit and be all extra aggressive and getting to beating her up and, want to force her into doing something she don't want to do because you on rock hard and you need to get that off and all of that. That's a temporary feeling, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's a temporary feeling, man. On the average, sex only lasts 20 to 30 minutes on average. You know what I'm saying? And if y'all know that, y'all know how that go. On average, again, sex only lasts maybe 20 to 30 minutes. And depending on what type of person you is, you can probably get it done in 10 to 5 minutes. On top of that, if you really know how to get it done, you can get it done in 5 minutes or less. You know what I'm saying? So before you crash out and do some wild shit because a woman don't want to give you that pussy or that ass right there at that moment, think of it like this. That sexual pleasure is only going to last for so long. And you're going to have to live with the regret of what you did for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? It ain't worth it. Like, real talk. Regardless if you get sent to prison or if the girl never tell on you and you just got to live with it. Pastor Egg, bro. Let me get my preach on. Y'all let us be tweaking, bro. I'm teaching y'all a lesson. So again, no matter how you feeling, learn how to put them down. Put them down. If the girls say no, all right, cool, put them down. Do you know something about you being able to put him down? That'll earn you an extra 10 points every time. Now, I know you might be like, well, so what? She didn't give it to me. I don't care about no points, blah, blah, blah. What you got to understand about them points roll over. Yeah. Kind of like grocery store points, coupons, things like that. That shit roll over. So the next time when you go to use it, you get a better discount. Same thing when it comes to sexual pleasure. You know what I'm saying? If you know how to roll this shit over, when you get to the next, you going to get all of that. You going to get all that back. You lost from the last woman. This next woman, she going to give you all that times 3. You know what I'm saying? That's just how nature works, bro. You just got to know how to hold your L. So the whole lesson is, like I done said a million times, hold your L. But again, just remember, it get greater later. Fuck what's going on right now. Sweep that shit under the rug. I know it might seem crazy, like, damn, I'm right there. I can have that. Woo, woo. If she say no, move on. Because the next one, she going to feel another way. How about that? Y'all let's be tweaking, bro. And you going to be able to do whatever the fuck you want with her. However you want, whenever you want. If you want it 2, 3, 4, 5 times a week, you're going to be able to do that. All because you passed up that one time, bro. It be like that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all let's be tweaking. How about that? It's been another episode of Roll Up a Pour Up. So get your blunts rolled and your drink poured.